The other thing that I've found too is if you say yes to something, maybe it's helping a friend move, for example, this weekend. You might be tempted at some point to back out of that because you don't want to do it. Who wants to do that? Of course. And so you'll come up with an excuse or a reason not to do it. I think beyond just being a man of your word, I actually think it's very, very important for you to do the things that you say you're going to do, obviously because of integrity,
Yeah.
but also because you'll learn the lesson of saying yes to things you shouldn't say yes to. Right? Because if you say yes and then you just back out of things willy-nilly, people are going to think less of you. You're out of integrity, but also you're not suffering the consequence of making a poor decision.
Yeah.
So if you say, yeah, Kip, I'll go help you move this weekend, and you're trying to back out of it, just go do it. Because the next person who says, hey, will you help me move? You'll say no. And I'm not saying
Yeah.
you should not help your friends, but I think people can understand that that's going to apply in different situations. If you say yes, it's got to be a yes. And you have to learn the sting, the lesson, so that you'll say no next time when you probably ought to say no in the first place.
Yeah. And I would just to add to that, moving's probably a little bit, that example doesn't lend. It's not a good example for what I'm about to say, but I think sometimes we commit to something and then we'll half-ass it and we'll
Mm,
go, oh, well, I'll do the bare minimum to get it done because, because I don't have enough time. You know what's even better? Don't half-ass it. Do an
right,
amazing job.
right.
Get no sleep at all, turn it in, and then you go, okay, learn my lesson, right? So for me to do the job correctly and then pay the consequence as well. But we rob ourselves even sometimes, even if we keep to the commitment and we still do a half-assed job.
You know, it's funny. I saw a comment to one of my posts that I made the other day, and I was talking about setting the standard high for yourself. And a guy commented back, and he's like, "I don't set a high standard that way. I don't disappoint myself." And he was joking, but I think maybe he wasn't. But I wrote back and I said, "Why not set a high bar for yourself and then do the work so you don't disappoint yourself?" Like, there's another option here, right? So
Yeah.
you can set the standard low for yourself and you won't be disappointed or miss your expectations. Yeah, that's a strategy. That's a strategy. Or you can set the bar high and actually do the work and not disappoint yourself. So you got to look at like what is the other better way of doing this.